Alright, so today we're going to work with the quadratic equation, the most essential formula you must know to pass algebra 3. Tell you use it more times than you can count. Alright, the quadratic equation is used to solve and find the roots of a parabola or a quadratic, hence the quadratic equation. In other words, what are the answers? Solve for x when x equals 0, or when it equals 0, I should say. It is when your parabola hits the x-axis. Those are the roots. Right, so it's a very, very, very important formula, and it all stems from the standard form. Ax squared plus bx plus c equals 0. Right? Using this, the numbers in front, the coefficients of x squared, and then the final constant, can be used in a formula to find the roots. Okay? That formula is x equals negative b plus minus the square root of b squared minus 4ac. All of that is divided by 2a. Okay? So where do these letters and numbers come from? Well, a is the number in front, so that's that a. B, the big one, comes from the middle term, and it's there. And C, the constant, is just played over there. Now I could prove this to you. Okay, it's done by completing the square. Okay, all you do is divide everything by a, move the c over a over, complete the square root of b over a, which is going to be b squared over 2a squared, and then find a common denominator. It takes some work, but for us, this is a must know. Okay, and again, this finds where the parabola hits the x-axis. All right, so we're going to use that to solve it. All right? So here we have x squared minus 2x minus 2. All right, so let's begin. Sometimes you say, can I factor? I'm like, 2 and 1, that ain't going to give me 2. So I'm going to try and use the quadratic. A is the number in front of x squared. Well, that's just 1. If there's no number in front, it's assumed to be 1. B is the number in front of the x term, which is negative 2. And C is the third term, which is negative 2. I always write down the formula. Negative b plus or minus the square root of b squared minus 4 times a times c all over 2a. Yeah, it's kind of weird. Plug in. Use parentheses to help you because it's negative of negative 2. See how it's b and the negative of it? Plus or minus the square root of negative 2 squared minus 4 times a, which is the 1, and the c, which is negative 2, all over 2 times 1. That is 2 plus minus the square root. Follow your order of operations. Square it first. That's 4. Negative 4 times 1 times negative 2 is positive 8 all over 2. A lot of people like to do 4 minus 4. That's not right. Okay, which is 2 plus minus the square root of 12 over 2. There are two solutions here because of the plus and minus. We should be able to simplify radical 12. That's 4 times 3. So we take the square root of both of those. Well, that's 2 plus minus 2 radical 3. All of it's divided by 2. Alright, and I'm going to go over here. Well, can all of these be divided by 2? Yep. So it's 1 plus minus the square root of 3. There are two solutions. X equals 1 plus the square root of 3 and 1 minus the square root of 3. Okay? You will always get two answers when it comes to when you have a plus and a minus. Right? Round 2. 2x squared minus 4x minus equals 1. Gotta get it in standard form, so you have to move over the 1. Alright? This is my A. Negative 4 is my B. And this is my C. So we use the quadratic formula. Negative b plus minus the square root of b squared minus 4ac all over 2a. Write out every time the formula. So, negative negative 4 is there, plus minus the square root of negative 4 squared. Remember, the negative is in the square, so it's going to become positive always. Minus 4 times 2 times negative 1 all over 2 times 2. That's 4 plus minus the square root. Negative 4 squared is 16 plus 8 all over 4. That's 4 plus minus the square root of 8 plus 16 is 24 all over 4. The square root of 24 is 6 times 4, so that's 4 plus minus the square root of 4 is 2. That equals 6 over 4. Now, does anything go into all four of them? All four of them. All three of them. 2 goes into all three of those numbers. So it's 2, 1, and 2. So 2 plus minus radical 6 all over 2. A lot of times we leave with the plus minus. Remember, there are two solutions to it. 2 plus radical 6 over 2 and 2 minus radical 6 over 2. Okay. So, okay, for some reason, skipped one, but I didn't. I guess not. Let's take a look at this one. 2x squared minus 5x. I have to add 2 to the other side to get it equal to 0. So I add 2. All right. A, B, C. A, B, C. Do not take the x's with it. Negative b plus minus the square root of b squared minus 4ac all over 2a. Memorize. Negative 5. Put it over there so I can see it. Negative 5 plus minus the square root of negative 5 squared minus 4 times 2 times 2 over 2 times a, which is 2. That's negative 5 plus minus the square root of 25. 4 times 4, or 4 times 4 is 16. 2 times 2 is 4 times 4 is 16. All over 4. Which equals negative 5 plus minus the square root of 9 over 4. Hey, it's square root of 9. I know that number. Negative 5 plus minus 3 all over 4 is x. Now, people like to leave it that way. Not good. You can split this. You know the answers. You can actually do it. It's negative 5 plus 3 over 4 and negative 5 minus 3 over 4. Negative 5 plus 3 is negative 2 over 4, aka negative a half. Negative 5 minus 3 is negative 8 over 4, which is negative 2. X equals those two numbers. Alright, what this means is they're probably factored. Yeah? And one of the factors is probably x plus 2. So if we look right here, I did x plus 2. I bet the other one's got to be 2x. And we had minus a half, so it's going to be plus 1. Alright, and then if you try it, that's 2x squared, 4x, 5x, plus 2. Oh, look at that. Whenever it comes out to be a perfect square, it's probably factored. Okay? But this method works. Okay? So you can see practice makes perfect with these. There's a lot more of them out there. Okay? And they always work. Remember, you have to be a quadratic to do this. Right? And that's the big key. People forget. They think they can do this all the time. As long as you're a quadratic, you can perform this operation. Alright? Negative b plus minus the square root of b squared minus 4ac, all of it divided by 2a. Okay? Let's do one more just to see if we can finish it up and see if we get any cool things, maybe even a problem. Who knows? I'm just going to make it up as we go. Let's find the solutions to 4x squared plus 6x minus 3 equals 0. Right? My a, my b, and my c. Alright, negative b plus minus the square root of b squared is 4ac all over 2a. Negative 6 plus minus the square root of 6 squared minus 4 times a times 3. That's negative all over 2 times 4. So, made some big numbers. That's okay. Negative 6 plus minus the square root of 36. 4 times 4 is 16 times 3. 16 up, 24. Oof. 16 plus 16 is 32, plus 16 is 48. Alright? Plus 48 all over 8. 48 plus 26 is a 4. Carry the 1. 5, 6, 7, 8. That's 84. Negative 6 plus minus the square root of 84 all over 8. Now I'm thinking, what perfect squares are in 84? 4 happens to be one. So let's see if we can do that. That's negative 6 plus minus 4 times 21. Alright, so 4 times 21 is 2 square roots of 21 all over 8. 21 breakdown, that's 3 and 7. Those are prime. Alright. Does anything go into 6, 2, and 8? Yeah, you can divide them all by 2. So that's 3. That's 1. That's 4. So now x equals negative 3 plus minus the square root of 21 all over 4. Okay? And those are the roots to our equation. Practice makes perfect. Remember the steps. Follow the order of operations. Remember, you're going to have to square it first and then multiply those, then add them or subtract them. A lot of people, like I said, square them and then go left to right. Be careful. Don't forget your plus minus. Make sure your radical extends all the way. And make sure your fraction bar goes all the way. You guys take care, and we'll talk about the discriminant next time.